to another video. So today we're bringing you a story time. We're gonna share what exactly happened in the Eastern Cape. My name is Letho&Mbulelo, and thank you so much to our returning subscribers. The family is growing and we are on road to 2,000 subscribers, and we are so excited about it. And if you are new to the family, please do join the family by clicking the subscribe button and help us reach 2,000. Please also do follow us on social media. On Facebook, it's Letho&Mbulelo, and on Facebook, no, not Facebook again. On Instagram, it's Letho_and_Mbulelo, and this is my lovely husband, Mbulelo,
who's going to introduce himself. Hello family, my name is Mr. Chamtula, the leader of the news, the captain of the winning team, man of integrity in Pies House Society, the principal of principals. Mr. DJ, won't you play my song? My life is a mess. We are back. Kungabi Power Passion Power Fundini. If you are here for the first time on our channel, we are thanking you for joining us. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for clicking on this video. We hope that you are gonna enjoy this video and a whole lot of other videos that we produce on this channel. But let me just quickly tell you about who we are so that you know exactly who you're dealing with. This is Mbulelo, and this is my beautiful wife, Akuma. And we are a South African married couple that loves God, we love love, we love life, we love laughter and adventure. So our videos on this channel are based on those things. If that's your kind of content, please make sure that you subscribe. So my wife has said that we are doing a story time. This story time is really about her experience of exactly what went down in the Eastern Cape, what exactly happened in the Eastern Cape when she went down, because this was her first time ever, and we've been together for more than 6 years.
Yes, yeah.
And now you must check, you gentlemen. This is how you do it. You meet them here in Joburg, and then you shy until there's no returning, and then you hook them. After that, you're like, okay, let's go to the Pundus. That's exactly what happened. So she is actually gonna just tell us her experience.
So we left at 6 or 6:30. We went to the Eastern Cape, and then just before we got home, I had planned that we're going to get like groceries, like things that I'm gonna cook when I get there. So we stopped at Queenstown, we got the things that I needed, and then we went straight home. And one of the things that I was planning to cook was steamed bread with beef, chakalaka, butternut, and creamy spinach. We got home, we get there, guess what we had for supper? Steamed bread and beef. Plans ruined.
Yeah,
like I was sort of like thrown off, but I was like, no, it's fine. That's not the only thing I was planning to cook, so it's fine. We eat. So when we got there, it was very cold. They sit me on the couch. Ma, okay, I'm gonna be referring to my mother-in-law as Ma. So Ma comes and gives me a blanket because it was very cold. I think when she looked at me again with that blanket, she was like, I don't think she's warm enough. Then she gave me another blanket, so I had 2 blankets just sitting there on the couch with 2 blankets. So I was just sitting there, and everyone was just going up and down around me. I think you guys were unpacking a few things from the car and whatnot, so people were just like going up and down, and I was just sitting there. They switched on the TV for me, and I don't really watch TV, so I was just sitting there like, okay, like how long am I gonna be sitting here? Because they told me I can't go outside, and they told me not to do anything, I must just sit there. But I was feeling so awkward when everyone else was working and I'm just sitting watching TV. I decided to sit up and go and help out. So I was like, you know what, I almost said another bad word. I was like, no, let me just go and help out with the unpacking and stuff. So it was already late. We had our supper. We went to bed. The next day, I think I woke up very early because they told me that I'm gonna have to make tea in the morning with Yolanda. So I woke up, and at 5:30, your sister, my sister-in-law, woke up at 5:30, took a bath, and then I went to the kitchen. There was no one there. I was like, okay, I didn't know what to do with myself. Just sitting around was making me anxious. I didn't want to just sit, so I decided to tidy up, clean, pack the dishes, whatever. I cleaned, and as I was cleaning, one of our cousins, well, I keep saying guys, it's my family as well, so I'm just gonna keep on saying our okay, one of our cousins came and she was there to get sugar. So she came to get sugar and she did explain it. Also, I asked if they already making tea and she said yes, they making tea. So I was like, okay, no, it's fine. I guess I'm not gonna make tea anymore. So yeah, she got the sugar. At around 8:30 to like 8:15, she came back and said it's time for you to get dressed, like meaning that I have to wear the clothes that Uma had bought for me. And then yeah, I got dressed in the other house.
So before that time, like when she came, she couldn't be seen outside. Like everything. I mean, everything that she needed to do, she had to do in the house. Everything. So she couldn't move because, I mean, you go outside, like the neighbors aren't supposed to see you before, like you are dressed and stuff like that. So yeah, that's basically what was happening. So she wasn't allowed. So this was gonna be the first time she's outside after she's getting dressed. Yeah, you can continue, eh?
Yeah, so she comes. So Uma, as I was getting dressed, was not there. So the sisters were helping me. Were helping me get dressed. So they gave me that whole thing that I was wearing, the towel, the blanket, this head wrap. And what else was I wearing? Oh, and they also gave me
all the things that she was wearing are actually on the vlog that we posted last week,
so
Friday.
If you want to see that.
So to get more context, because we vlogged from the way we left Johannesburg until we go to the Eastern Cape, and then all the events that were happening throughout that weekend are actually documented in that vlog. So please do go back so that you can get context, but please do not click out of this video. So you can finish this video and go watch the vlog, or you can start with the vlog and then you continue with this video. Sorry babe for disturbing you.
No, that's fine. Okay, cool.
You're looking beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
This suits you. I think this is gonna be your thing. It's gonna be your thing then.
See.
Okay.
I get dressed and they also gave me a mat, Ukuko. 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 They gave me
ikanzi in Zulu.
Ikanzi, and they told me that this is where I'm gonna sit wherever I go. Like wherever I go, I need to bring it along because I'm not allowed to sit on the chair or on the couch. So that's where I was sitting throughout. And even with the sitting, you're not supposed to sit and like stretch your legs, whatever. You have to fold your legs and look down. So you don't just sit and be like, oh, I'm just gonna sit on my mat. So you have to look down. So I got dressed and then they called me.
This is now in your makoti
attire.
So makoti, guys, is a bride. So just in case you don't know what, and we're gonna keep referring to a bride as makoti because it sounds more appropriate in this context.
So I got dressed in my makoti attire, went to the main house where mom and dad were there. So I went to the main house. I sat down on my mat, folded my legs, looked down. To my surprise, there was more than 2 people. You know, I was expecting just mom and dad. When I got there was like 2 aunties, mom and dad. So I sit down and cousins. Yes.
One of them was the one that was making tea without your knowledge.
Yes. So I sit down and they asked me like who I am, where I come from, like just my background. I think it was just a formality because they already know who I am. So I tell them who I am and then we chit chat, and then afterwards like, can you please go and fetch water? And another thing they told me is that I'm not supposed to be seen walking around alone. So wherever I go, I had to go with my sister-in-law Yolanda. So they told us that we need to go and fetch water. We took the bucket and we went to fetch water. And oh, sorry guys, I'm not also supposed to refer to Yolanda as Yolanda. I have to say Usi, and then like sister, and then she also has to say Sisi to me, and I can't say my husband or baby, whatever. Like I'm supposed to refer to him as Umalumega Siolise. Wow. So Malumega Siolise, like Siolise's uncle. So I can't refer to people by their names. I have to say Sisi, Budi, Malumega Siolise. So that was cool. I kept on forgetting. I'm like, baby, can you please do this? Yolanda, because I always say Yolanda. So now she also forgot to say Sisi to me. So we went to fetch water. We came back. We sat down. And we're like, okay, here's the water. I sat on my mat again, and they then said or asked for tea. Guys, after that, I was making tea throughout.
I've been waiting for that part.
Like, you're like, okay, you can go and make us tea. That's where it started. I was making tea until I came back. So I went to make tea because they had already, I mean, like, it was 8:30 or so, but I knew they had already had coffee, so I was like, you still want tea? Okay, fine. They were like, okay, we don't want coffee now, we want tea. I went and I made tea, and in my mind I was thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna be smart about this. I'm just gonna buy a tea set. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put sugar, milk and tea, and like put water in a teapot, then take it to them, then they can mix their own thing. So I got there and I was thinking I'm just gonna drop it off and be like, okay, here's your tea, then leave. And they were like, no, you need to mix it for us.
Imagine.
So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna mix it, and I know they drink a lot of sugar, and those cups were so small. So in my mind I'm thinking, you know
half
what,
a teaspoon.
half a teaspoon, but you know, just to spoil them, I'm gonna put 2. You know, I'm just gonna put 2. I'm really gonna put 2 because I like you guys, you know. But in my mind I'm thinking, these people are old, they're not supposed to be drinking a lot of sugar. So I put 2, and they said, well, they didn't say it's not enough, they just asked for more sugar. I'm thinking,
Thank you for this sugar. Hey sugar, thank you for this sugar, can we have more sugar?
so they added more sugar, guys. The cup was so small. I'm thinking, how are you going to be drinking 4 teaspoons on this?
It's
4
half
teaspoons of sugar.
half tea.
Exactly. You
In
guys
that
are just
cup.
drinking, you're just drinking sugar most. So fine, I make tea. After making tea, I sit there, they're drinking their tea. I can't just like leave. They have to tell me, okay, you can go now. So I sit there, they're talking about their own things, and then they're like, okay, can you please go now and make us breakfast? I go and make breakfast. What did I make for breakfast? I don't remember. I make breakfast, and then breakfast again, I have to serve it with tea. So I was serving tea again. So I made tea and breakfast. I sit there, and then what happened afterwards?
I think you continued making tea the whole day.
So I made tea, like every time someone new comes or someone from
like
the
a
village
neighbor.
comes,
Yeah.
I had to make tea. And after making that tea, I come back, wash the dishes, and then they're like, okay, we also want tea now. I'm like,
The
oh
ones
my
that
God.
you've already made tea for.
Yes.
That's the
So
order of the day.
I was just making tea. So I was planning to cook lunch. So as I was ready, preparing to cook, they were like, no, we don't want lunch. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. Meaning that I can cook whatever I was planning to cook for lunch and cook it for supper. So I was like, it's fine, I'll cook pap and chicken for supper and whatever, like, and put some salad. So I was like, that's what I'm gonna cook. Come supper time, as I'm getting ready to make my chicken, like I'm busy spicing my chicken, they're like, no, we don't want chicken, we want pork. I'm like, okay, no, that's fine.
This to me sounds like some sabotage. It's like it's like they were just they was like no, we don't want that.
So you wanna cook chicken? We guess you know how to cook chicken.
So
how about pork?
Yeah.
Huh? So they're like, okay, you can cook pork. I'm like, okay, pork, that's fine. I'll make pork. I mean, like, I'm good at frying pork. You know, like I'll just fry it and make it like and make a brine menu type of vibe. And I was getting ready to make pork. Yeah, I'm really good at pork. So I was like, oh, no, that's fine, I'll make pork. But they're like, yeah, but this is the pork we want you to cook. I'm like, yo, this is the pork they actually slaughtered themselves. And the way it is so cut, the way they cut it's just like,
and all that.
it's not the one you find and check it or anything. It's like they
it's
just
like diced.
I was like, how am I gonna cook this pork? So I was like, Yolanda, can you please just cook the pork? I'll make pap and chakalaka and what. So
But then they said they don't want pap.
Yeah. So I was getting to that. So as I was getting ready to make pap, they're like, no, we don't want pap. I'm like, oh, okay. So what are you gonna eat this pork with? And they're like, yeah, we want rice. Guys, I was planning to cook chicken with pap, and I ended up cooking pork with rice. So
throws you off.
It threw me off. So I was like, no, that's fine. We'll make pork and rice. We made pork and rice, and people ate. They enjoyed the food. And then the next day, I think the next day was now what? Sunday. The next day we wake up. I woke up very early and woke up, got dressed. By 5:30, I was up. I was ready. 6 o'clock comes. No one is awake. I'm just sitting there on Instagram, checking out YouTube. I'm like, these people are still sleeping. I went to the kitchen. I had done everything. Like, the kitchen was clean. I couldn't clean. So I just sit there and I decided, you know what, let me just prepare for tea because I know they're going to wake up and want tea. Like, I just prepare for tea. 6:30, they're still not up. 7 o'clock, everyone is still sleeping. So I decided to go to the other house because my sister-in-law Yolanda was still sleeping, and I was told that I'm not supposed to go anywhere without her. But at the same time, I didn't want to go and wake her up. So I was like, what if they're already making tea that side?
In the other house,
yeah, because maybe they're just waiting for me to bring the tea, but I'm not coming. So I was like, yo, let me just go. Took my mat and went to the other side. I took
like in the Bible, they're like, take your mat, my child,
and go. So I took my mat.
Your sins have been forgiven.
I took my mat. I didn't even knock. I knocked a bit. No one answered. So I just opened because it wasn't really like locked.
Yeah.
I just opened and I'm like, oh my God, these people are sleeping. They were all sleeping. There was a lot of people now, guys.
Yeah.
Like the cousins were there, the aunties, the uncles were there. So I opened. I'm like, okay, you guys are still sleeping. I went to mom, like, ma, tea is ready. Tea is ready. So should I bring it now? She's like, no. We'll tell you when we want tea. And as I was leaving, I heard her. Oh, I think it was aunt or uncle. She said, yo, makoto sevugile.
I'm sure they probably laughing. They're like, hey, this child.
So I went to the other house, and waited for her because she said she's gonna tell me when they want tea. So I just waited, and then she came like 30 minutes later, and she was like, okay, before you serve tea, can you please just bring us water for us to brush our teeth as well as to wash our face. Yeah. So I went and I did that, and then they drank their tea afterwards. And then I went to the main house. Now I had to make breakfast. There was now a lot of people, more than 10 people. Like, people just kept on coming. Remember, like, when I left Joburg, even on the vlog, I did say I'm grateful that it's just gonna be family and it's just 6 people. In my head, I was thinking it's just gonna be 6 people, me, and including me, like 6 including me, like me, the siblings, and the parents. Yeah. So it was just gonna be 6, not 6. Now it was like more than 50. It was 15 or so. Like the morning on Sunday, it was like 16 people. Now I'm thinking, what do I make for breakfast? I can't be making bacon and eggs for 16 people. I'm gonna be wasting groceries. So I decided to make chicken. I made chicken for everyone. The chicken was enough. In my head, I was thinking the chicken is enough because there's 15 people, so there's just gonna be 16 pieces, and then they're gonna have that chicken with bread for breakfast. I made chicken curry for breakfast, and as I was serving people, more people started coming, guys. And imagine, like, when you get there and people are eating, like, it's so awkward. So you have to serve the people that are coming in late. Now the food was running out. The food was running out, and we were just thinking with Yolanda, oh my God, what are we going to do? So we decided to take the pork from last night, chop it up. It was already cooked. Chop it up, like the leftovers, put them in the pot that we cooked the chicken in, and put soup.
Wow.
Put soup and make it curry. So we made like pork curry.
Chop curry because there's a bit of chicken gravy.
So we made that curry and we served everyone. Everyone ate. I'm thinking, oh my God, there's so many people. Like, guys, people just kept on coming in, and every time someone new comes, I have to take my mat. They'll be like, Letho, there's someone here to see you. Or Sisi. That was before they gave me my name. They will say, Sisi, there's someone here to see you. And I have to take my mat and I have to go that side to the main house. I sit down, fold my legs, and they look at me. And I have to say, they'll just talk about me as though I'm not there. So yeah, they'll just say things like mambo and be like, okay, so ngumamni, and then they'll talk and I'll have to explain, Letho&Mbulelo, that's my surname. I have to tell them who I am, and then I don't talk unless they're talking to me, and then like, okay, you can go. So I did that throughout the Sunday, like kept on going that side, and then they will ask for tea. So I'll go make tea, and then someone new will come, then I'll have to go back and make tea. Yeah, I was making tea, guys, throughout the whole weekend. And then now they call me again to come and eat inyama kamakoti, like the bride's meat. Yeah. So like utiki. Yeah. So I went to eat utiki. I've never talked this much this video. Like I feel like I'm talking and
you were actually supposed to be here by yourself. I'm just here for moral support.
I've never talked this much. Okay, guys, so I was eating utigi.
Yeah, and so it's like a quarter of whatever that was slaughtered. So you will be like the front leg will be given to Umakoti, so that she
the
can
whole
eat
leg.
it, a whole leg. Yeah.
Yo, guys.
And some ribs.
Yeah,
it
so
comes with ribs and stuff.
yeah, I saw it was a lot, and then they put it here and they're like nangutigi. I'm like, oh, okay, this is my meat. And then I went in, guys. It was so nice. I wasn't expecting it to be so nice. It was so nice.
Did it come with pap?
No, it was just meat.
Okay.
So I went in because it was so nice, guys. I just kept on going in. They're like, no, you don't have to finish it. I'm like, I know. But
hey, this is between
just me and me.
Please stay out of this one.
Yeah, so I ate my meat and then went to the other side, and then they called me back again to give me my name and give me some advice, like
some sort of counsel, basically.
Like,
that's where you sit with the married women, the elders, in fact, of like neighbors. That's where they're just gonna tell you what to expect and how to handle or carry yourself in the marriage. Just some sort of wise counsel and stuff.
But one thing I saw, guys, they don't like friends. Like he told me.
They'll be like, they'll say whatever, and then they'll be like, yeah, but hey, you told me. Be careful of your friends. Be careful of friends, just in general.
Like, you told me,
hey.
Yeah. So they told me like, who is your friends? Yeah. So anyway, you'll be watching. So they told me about Tichomi and friends, and they gave me some advice, and then they gave me my name. So they gave me my name. They're like, Akuma. I'm like, what does that even mean? Like everyone's like, oh, Akuma, that's a beautiful name. Nice. Akuma. I'm like, oh, it would be nice for me to know. I don't mean. So even when I went to the other house where I was sleeping, everyone's like, okay, so what's your name? I'm like, Akuma. Like, oh, wow, it's a beautiful name. I'm like, okay.
Hey.
So I think I had to ask one of the cousins. I'm like, okay, so what does Akuba mean?
I think you asked me.
I asked you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I was suspecting that you didn't know what it meant, and no one was explaining.
No one was explaining
I thought
to me.
They were gonna say, okay, Akuma, this is what it means, because they continued, and then they said, this is what. No, not the actual name, but what it means to them, why they decided to name her that. But then they were not telling me. I'm sitting there thinking, are you not going to tell this child what it means so that she understands? Do you understand that she doesn't come from here? But then they just continued, and then they said, okay, meeting dismissed, meeting adjourned. You can all leave. And then congratulations on your new name. We hope you're gonna carry it out.
So I got my new name. That was nice, guys. Like I like it. At first I wasn't really sure, to be honest. Like I was like, I wonder what it means. But after my husband told me the meaning, I was like, oh, okay, I like it as well.
Okay, we're just gonna quickly tell you what it means. So we have explained before what it means, but what basically Uktoma is being fruitful. So saying that Uktoma means that the family has just become fruitful, and also we are expecting to reap harvest because of her presence. So we, as she explained, I like the way she also what it means to her, because I think with the name you also have to you have to own it as well, what it means to you. So the way you are saying that we are fruitful in all regards, like with more love, with more understanding, with more grace, with more God, with more everything, basically. It's not just children. So that is what it means.
Yes, guys. So I was given my name. People had a good time. We were planning to leave on Sunday, but Utata was not happy.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Yeah,
I remember all of a sudden someone has amnesia. He comes to me. He's like, oh yes we are. And then and then he's like, bruh, we have to go back to work.
Yeah, so we were planning to leave on Sunday, but we saw like how happy everyone was. So we decided that we're gonna leave the next day just so we can spend time with the family, and everyone was happy with us staying. So that night, because there was a lot of people like from the village and so on, so they went to their homes, and then now it was just Uma and Tata and the siblings. So it was just us. It was very nice. Like we sat, we watched TV together, and we just had supper as a family, which I really appreciated. Like I really wanted that moment where it was just us talking and like just catching up. So we were talking. It was very nice. I was well welcomed, and like everyone was happy to see me. So I really enjoyed myself, and I'm looking forward to going back. And I'm really happy that when I go back, because this time around they were not really expecting much from me. They were just showing me around like what is expected of me as the makoti wa Jersey. But now like when I go back, I know what I need to wear, I know where the kitchen is, I know where I'm not supposed to go, I know which words I'm not supposed to use, and how that I shouldn't call people by names. So yeah, so I'm very happy and I'm looking forward to it.
So yeah guys, that is where we are wrapping it up. We just thought we would share exactly what happened, because the vlog was nice and everything, but we just thought maybe Akuma can actually share her own experience of Ukukotiza, you know, because we always hear stories about, especially horrendous stories. People have different stories of Ukukotiza. Abanye actually dread that moment of going there because of their in-laws or because of whatever reasons and what they've heard. Especially we don't have a very good reputation in terms of abantu abakotiza. We've seen people on social media saying, yeah, if you are marrying into a closer family, you're gonna be a slave. So I mean, I didn't pay her to say what she was saying. That's her own experience, and we are blessed, guys, to have families that are very receiving, both, because when I go to my wife's family, I feel like I belong. You know, there's no one that's giving me a side eye. And also when she goes to my family, it's all love, you know, and that's a blessing. We can't take that for granted. We know that there's people that are dealing with a lot of issues out there, and we are praying that it's all well. Another thing that I want to also say about my wife, she showed me another side of her that I knew was there. But you know, when someone does something again, you're like, so you really are like this, you were not acting. You know, my wife, you look at her, I mean, she's tiny, you know, you're hoping, you're like, yes, up. But then the way she carried that whole thing, you know, she was smiling and she was herself and she was talking to people. You know, people would get there. She's kind of shy, but at the same time, she would talk. She understands how to talk to people, and she's got a receiving smile. And that tea, when they kept on saying, hey, bring that tea, she didn't complain even once. So that is such a blessing as well. You know, I just wanted to put it here on camera that she's not acting, that's how she is. And it's such a pleasure to have someone like that in life, because you understand that this person is not only here for this part of your life, but they are in this life thing with you. So going forward, you know that you have a soldier that you can take a war to. Before I preach, Mr. Chancellor Da was in the building.
Oh, baby, that was so nice. Yeah. Okay, so we're wrapping it up.
Yeah, you can get a kiss if you want.